Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Coffee Chat Show. How is everybody today? It is October 10th. No, 9th. Sorry. October 9th. My goodness. Okay. Can you believe that? October 9th already. Crazy. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Luz. Oh, nice to see you. Good morning, Cynthia. Hello, everybody. We are live and in person. Good morning, Erica, and we are ready for the Coffee Chat Show. All right, this is Planning Your Future, the second installment. So we will recap. We'll let everybody catch up with the fact that we are live and online. We'll quickly recap last week, and we will then jump into this week. We will also do just make a couple of announcements here. Let us start our audio because last week I forgot to record our audio. Trisha, no, we don't have a new podcast. We have the same podcast, and you can go and listen to all the episodes, and then we download every morning. Right after this, I load up what we just did on the Coffee Chat Show. Good morning, Buffy. Hi, Patty. So the new site is up and launched, and it's amazing. So go to revealingleaders.com, revealingleaders.com, and from there you can get to the YouTube channel. You can get to the podcast platform. You can download all the free stuff. You can join the free newsletter, and there'll be a new newsletter coming out on Tuesday where we launch the new site. We talk about the schedule for Coffee Chat for the remaining days, remaining Saturdays in October. I'm also blogging again, and that's where you'll find the fresh blogs is on Revealing Leaders and in the newsletter, and we'll do a newsletter twice a month. So yeah, so the site, I'm really proud of what we did with the site. It really looks amazing. I'm also working on a new book, which we will launch for Valentine's Day. And Tracy and I were just having a conversation, and I think that we're going to put up an Etsy store, which will be geared towards women artisans, and women artists, and we'll have the books and the swag that we give away. We'll have some of that available there. So it gives me the reason to keep making fun t-shirts and cups and things like that, like we do. So Erica says it's her 3-year anniversary with her boyfriend. Congratulations. All right, so go to revealingleaders.com. From there, you can get to everything. Okay, you can get to everything that we do with the show. The focus of my kind of give back stuff here with the Working Warrior Mom and with Revealing Leaders is the Coffee Chat Show, and we are also doing. Tracy and I are doing an exclusive leadership intensive. We do it twice a month right after the Coffee Chat Show. It's by invitation only, but you can request to be included. It's $100 a month. It meets 2 times a month, and it's only 4 or 5 people at a time. So if that is something that you're interested in, it's basically like coaching with me at a reduced rate, because my normal business coaching rate is not even something I would promote here because it's pretty high. So for people that want to work with me, Luz, send me an email. For people that want to work with me exclusively and sort of privately, we're doing these 3 to 4 people small groups. Again, the cost is $100 a month. It meets twice a month right after Coffee Chat on a Zoom with me. Tracy joins us to help with the coaching, and it's basically like getting an hour. It is getting an hour with me to yourself, an hour with myself and with Tracy. So that is something by invitation only. We sort of have to get a sense of who you are and what you want to work on, because working with me is on the fast track for sure. Working with me one-on-one. All right. Enough about that. So go to revealingleaders.com. check out the new site. It is pretty amazing. We're pretty proud of it. Okay, so last week I told you to get yourself a notebook, right? And I told you, oh, and by the way, sorry, if you go to revealingleaders.com, if you scroll down and it will say interested in the leadership intensive, and you can click a button and that will automatically email me. You can just write in there, you can tell me kind of what you want to work on, and you can kind of tell me, what your projects and goals might be that you would, it's a 6-month thing that you commit to. So it's 6 months of working with me twice a month. It's 3 other people. I think we're only going to take 4 people at a time. That ensures that I have plenty of time to talk with each of you during that hour that we're together twice a month. Okay? And the cost is $100 a month. And again, it's an invitation only thing. So you have to email me and talk to me about it in order for me to extend an invitation to you. And you're welcome to do that. It's just that this isn't something for the masses. This is something specifically for people who want to do the work and make something happen in their lives, separate from the free classes that we're doing, obviously on Facebook, which cost you nothing, and you can listen to those all day long. You can even go back and listen to all the past ones over the last several years. So again, go to revealingleaders.com. Visit our new site. It's amazing. From there, you can read my bio. You can see what else I do. You can get to the YouTube channel. You can get to the podcast channel. You can tell us if you're interested in the Leadership Intensive. You can download all the free stuff. You can sign up for the free newsletter. There's so many things that you can do. So go check it out. All right. Today's class, we're going to talk about what you need to eliminate. So let's recap on last week. Last week, I told you to get a notebook, and I told you that from now until the end of the year, we were going to do classes every Saturday morning on Coffee Chat that will talk to you about how to get from where you are to where you want to be, how to create the future that you want, plan your future for 2022 and beyond, and really crack into that. So that's what we're up to here on Coffee Chat. I am running the Coffee Chat show as a live free class every Saturday morning. So we'll be giving you tips and tools. When I have my shit together, I will have free downloads that kind of go along with the class. We're getting there. We've got the site up. We're working on it. For those of you that have not followed me for a long time, I have several full-time jobs. I'm a business consultant. I'm the CEO of a staffing company. I own a digital marketing and business consulting firm. I do a lot of things. That's how I make a living. The things that I do with the Working Warrior Mom and with the Revealing Leaders brand, I do for free. I finance it myself. I give it away to everybody. So sometimes my real work takes the priority over how quickly we can get out some of this free stuff that we're putting out. But we do the best we can. I'm not sure. Someone's saying it's showing page not found. Tracer, are you sure you didn't spell it wrong? I'm not sure. Okay, so I know Revealing Leaders is up because I just checked it this morning, so I'm not sure why someone's having trouble finding it. Let's make sure it comes up. Yep. See, it comes up. There it is. There's the new site. And from there, you can get everywhere. See? All right. Look at all that cool stuff. And those are the different things that I do. And there, right there, you can click if you are interested in the Leadership Intensive. So it's revealingleaders.com. Okay. Anyway. Okay, here we go. So, last week we told you to get a notebook, and we asked you a couple of questions. I told you to answer the question and live in the question, what do you want? And the second question was, what is getting in the way of getting it? All right? So, what do you want in your life, and what is in your way of getting it? Those are the two questions that I asked you to live in for the week. So if you have not seen a Coffee Chat before, or if you didn't catch last week, I encourage you to go to revealingleaders.com, click the button, go back and watch last week's show, grab yourself a notebook, and start this project with us of planning your future. So today's question is, what do you need to eliminate? And we're going to talk about that. So what do you need to eliminate is going to happen in two parts. Today we're going to talk about thought patterns and behaviors and stuff. We're mostly going to talk about the things that you can see that are in your way. Next week, we're going to do what you need to eliminate part 2, and that's where we're going to have what I call the cleaning the refrigerator conversation, which talks about the conversations that are running you that you don't even know exist. But we'll get into that next week. So that's just a little precursor of what's coming. So for right now, we're going to talk about what do you need to eliminate. What habits, what objects in your house, and what behaviors perhaps do you need to eliminate that are getting in your way. So what happens is you have these great ideas about where you want to go in your life, what you want to manifest, what you want to have, what you want to see happen. And then you have old thought patterns, old habits, old ways of being, and old stuff that is in your way and acting as a barrier to you being able to do something new, create something new, make something different happen. So let's talk about stuff first, because that's an easy one. I promise you that you all probably have a closet, a drawer, a cabinet, boxes in your basement maybe, in your attic if you have one. You might have stuff in your car. You might have stuff in your garage if you have a garage. Some people even have storage units that they haven't opened in years and they think it doesn't matter because it's off-site. All of those things that you are hanging on to and holding on to that are no longer serving you are actually holding you back from creating something fresh and new. Okay? So it all matters. It all matters. Let's have you make a promise to yourself and to all of us that this week coming, you are going to clean out at least 3 spaces, 3 areas where things might be clogged up and they might be, holding you back. Okay, so this means that I think it's Marie Kondo that has the feng shui book about decluttering your life or whatever. It's kind of a cool book. But I think in there she says something like, if it doesn't bring you joy, or if you haven't touched it in 6 months to a year, and my mom used to say, if you haven't, touched it in 6 months, get rid of it. If it's on your desk and you haven't done anything with it in X amount of time, throw it in the bucket. If you have clothes that you don't love, get rid of them. If you have pocketbooks that you don't love, that don't represent who you want to be, get rid of them. Donate them. Give them to someone else. Your trash will be someone else's treasure. The things you don't want will be a blessing to someone else. You can also put them on eBay if you need to make some extra cash. There's all kinds of sites too where you can put used clothing and sell it. Plato's Closet is a place where you can bring things and make money off, your clothes that you're no longer wearing. All right. Oh, Jude, good morning. So the first step is the stuff. What actual physical stuff do you have that you are holding on to that does not represent you anymore? All right. What makeup? What lotion? What shampoo? How many times have you bought a product and you have it and you might have paid a lot of money for it, but you're not really using it, you don't really love it, but you're holding on to it because, well, it was, $25, it was $50, it was $100, whatever the case may be. Pieces of jewelry, clothes, shirts, t-shirts, jeans, shoes, all of it. Things in your kitchen, dishes, silverware, anything that does not represent the life that you want to manifest for yourself. Donate it, sell it, get rid of it, get it out of your space. If you have towels with holes in them or sheets that moths have eaten through and you're just holding on to it so you have extra, okay? We all hoard something, I promise you. I hoard pencils, pens, pads of paper, shoes, Coffee. Let's see. Books. I definitely hoard books, but I'm not giving up my books. So we all hoard something. All right. Hey, Cheryl. We all are secret hoarders of something. Okay. It's time to declutter. Mary just says, decluttering is so refreshing. In January, she got rid of 3 carloads of stuff. That's fantastic. Now, when you get really adept at this, you'll go through and you'll really, I went through my sweaters, I think it was on Sunday, last Sunday, after I did Coffee Chat, after we started talking about this. And any sweater that I had that I didn't love, I just got rid of it. And there were some, I don't know if you're familiar with the place called Wooden Ships, but their sweaters are expensive. And I have a bunch of them. And I got rid of over half of them. And it actually pained me a little bit, even though I'm a prosperity teacher and even though I know how to do this and I know what it brings and what happens, like, I was like, whoa. So what I did was, my friend Kim Dawson is a counselor at the Independence House on Cape Cod where I grew up. And it is a shelter for women. So I have been I cleaned out my shoe closet. I cleaned out my coat closet. Over the past several months, I have cleaned out boxes of stuff and I have just paid the money to send them down to her. And she's been giving them to the women at the shelter. So I sent this whole box of sweaters. She should get it today or Monday. And so she will be able to bring it to them. And there was some pretty fabulous stuff in there. But you know what? It didn't make me feel, like sometimes you'll order something, right? You'll see something online, you'll order it, you get it, and you're like, eh. So I encourage 2 things. I got some stuff from Express yesterday. I took it out of the package. It was okay. I didn't love it. So I sent it back. And normally I would just keep it because I would be like, oh, I don't want to go through the hassle of sending it back. I'll just put it in the closet. So I encourage you to really start only surrounding yourself with things that you love, that bring you joy, that you feel great when you put them on or when you use them, or you feel prosperous, or you feel they make you feel a particular way, okay? Because in this practice of creating the life that you want versus the one that you're settling for, being the leader of your own life and leading yourself forward into the future, you have to start telling the truth about what really serves you and what doesn't, okay? You have to start telling yourself the truth. Who serves you, who doesn't, what relationships are serving you, what relationships aren't, perhaps even what jobs are really serving you, what isn't, what clothes, what items, what behaviors, what thought patterns. It's time to clean house. It's time to wipe the slate. It's time for you to get rid of the things that are holding up your energy and holding you back, okay? This is a great time to do this. We're coming up. We're in the 4th quarter of the year. We're coming up on the end of the year. There's no need to have to wait until January to start figuring out what you want to create for the new year. 4th quarter is a great time for you to plan where you're headed and what you want to get done and what you want to see happen, okay? So get rid of the stuff. So I encourage you this week to make a commitment that you're going to clean out 3 spaces in your home, whether it's 3 cabinets, 3 drawers, your closet and something else, your car, your garage. Get the garbage bags, get in there and get the stuff donated, give it away, find a women's shelter, bring it to the Goodwill, sell it, do something with it, get it out of your space, okay? The next thing is your habits and behaviors and thought patterns. And we're just going to touch on this one, and we're going to really dig into this a little bit more next week, because what do you eliminate warrants at least an hour's conversation. So we are splitting it into 2 pieces, okay? What do you need to eliminate? The focus of that this week is the stuff, the objects, the clutter that is surrounding you. I'm famous for under bathroom sinks, under kitchen sinks, you know, just collecting. Like, I'll buy a lotion and it looks really good, and then I don't really like it, and then I don't want to throw it away because I paid money for it, so I stick it under there, and, you know, this kind of stuff. I get a shampoo, I don't really love it. Okay, you get the picture. We all have stuff that is no longer serving us. So really, really, really dig into that this week. That's your assignment. Meanwhile, start thinking about what behaviors, what habits, and what thought patterns you have that are no longer serving you. Pay attention to when you wake up in the morning, how do you get out of bed? What is the first thought that comes into your head? Is it something like, oh shit, another day, or I have so much to do, or I'm so tired, or I'm so overwhelmed, or are you waking up like, hey, it's a new day, it's a new opportunity, what an opportunity to create something new. Are you waking up like that? Lynn Marie says she's committing to reorganizing her laundry room this week. I love it. So Erica's saying that's where she has the issue, is how she wakes up in the morning. We're really going to dig into that, Erica, next week, but I want you guys to start to pay attention, okay? Pay attention to this. Pay attention to what you tell yourself when you wake up in the morning. Pay attention to what you're telling yourself when you look in the mirror in the morning. Mel Robbins has a new book, something about the high five, giving yourself a high five every morning. I'm in the middle of reading it to see what I want to share with you guys about it. But I like her basic concept is that when you get up in the morning, you need to look at yourself in the mirror and, you know, speak to yourself with encouragement instead of looking at yourself and saying, oh my God, I have these new lines in my face. And because that's what I do. I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting old. You know, I start with all of it, and it's not good. And we all do it. Really, this is the kind of stuff we're going to delve into next week. What are the thought patterns that are running you? What behaviors? What are you telling yourself? Okay, so start looking at that. If you did get the notebook that I encouraged you to get last week, where you're writing down these questions as we're going along, because the Coffee Chat show is progressive. We are doing I'm doing live classes for you every Saturday morning. So I encourage you to have a notebook and take notes as I'm going through this stuff. You can also, of course, go back and watch it. If you missed anything, you can listen to it on podcasts. Go to revealingleaders.com. You can get everything that you need from there. Okay, so we didn't do a giveaway last week because I forgot. So the first 5 people to email me their mailing address and the 3 areas that they're going to commit to cleaning out this week, we will send you a swag package for free. We usually do this every coffee chat. I've totally forgot about it the last couple, so I apologize. Okay, so the first 3 people to email me, and my contact information is on the website. Go to revealingleaders.com and you can find it. It's also in the About section of the Facebook page. The first 5 people to email me the 3 areas that they're going to clean out this week, where they're going to eliminate stuff, include your mailing address, please, and the 3 areas, and we will send you a swag package out on Tuesday, because Monday is a postal holiday, Columbus Day. Okay, what do you need to eliminate? Get rid of stuff this week. You're going to feel great. What happens is you create a vacuum. It's also a prosperity principle. You create a vacuum. You get rid of the stuff that you no longer want. You bless somebody else with it. And then you make the way for new stuff to come to you. Okay, it's called creating a vacuum. It's an energetic thing. And it works. So, do that. Create a vacuum. Get rid of the stuff that you no longer want, the things that are no longer serving you. And then start taking notes in your notebook. Notice how you wake up in the morning, what the first conversations you have with yourself are. Notice behaviors that you do that might not serve you. Like, are you not taking care of yourself? Are you forgetting to eat and drink water during the day? Are you not getting outside and getting fresh air? Are you always just stressed out? Are you not taking time to have some quiet time for yourself every morning? After we talk about what do you need to eliminate part 2 next week on October 16th, on October 23rd, we are going to talk about tools that you can use to help you get from point A to point B, okay? And we'll delve into that on the morning of October 23rd. Tracy will actually be here with me. The morning of October 23rd is actually the morning of my mother's funeral service that we did not have last year when she passed away. And I can't think of a better way to start that day than with you guys. So that will be October 23rd. Next week is October 16th. We'll talk about what do you need to eliminate part 2. So write in your notebook. I want you to look at the habits, the behaviors, and the states of mind that are no longer serving you. Also, start doing a analysis of the relationships in your life and see what is serving you and what isn't. Look, in order for us to get you from where you are to where you want to be, we've got a clean house, so to speak. And that's what these first 3 sessions in October are about. You've got to clarify and understand what it is that you want. Then you have to see what's in your way of that. And then you have to be willing to eliminate what's in the way. Okay? All right. So this is where I leave you for this morning. I want you to take on the challenge of cleaning out 3 areas, 3 physical spaces in your home, your office, or your car that you're going to clean out. You're going to get rid of anything that is no longer serving you. Okay? You're going to clean house on that stuff. And if you didn't already get a notebook, you're going to get yourself a notebook and you're going to start thinking about the habits, behaviors, and thought patterns and relationships that are no longer serving you. The stuff that is no longer bringing you joy, the stuff that you dread, the stuff that is not making you excited about the future. There's no reason for that. Life is short. We need to play hard. We need to enjoy the ride. And if you have stuff that is holding you back and tripping you up, it's time to clean house on that stuff, you guys. It's time to it's a new day. It's time to draw a line in the sand, okay? So go to revealingleaders.com. Check out the new website. Everything that you want, you can get from there. Go to the free download section for sure. There's lots of good stuff there, and we'll be continuing to add things along the way. Join the newsletter so you can see the new blog from me that I'm going to write today. That'll come out in the newsletter, and then it'll be on the new blog on Revealing Leaders. We have someone joining us from South Africa for the first time, Mimza. Welcome, Mimza. I love that you're from South Africa. That's amazing. Go to revealingleaders.com, and from there you can get to the YouTube channel, you can get to the Facebook video section, you can get to the podcast, you can go back and watch all the former coffee chats. If you didn't catch last week's coffee chat, I encourage you to go back and watch it, because we talked a lot about the planning your future and the questions, what do you want and what's getting in the way of it, all right? So that's, as you follow along in this 4th quarter with all these classes, it's important to catch the beginning ones and catch up. Okay, so go to revealingleaders.com, check that out. We're going to say goodbye to our podcast folks now. And there they go. Facebook fam, it was good to see you. Go clean, get the garbage bags. It's time to clean house on the stuff that's no longer serving you, okay? Go visit us at revealingleaders.com, and I will see you guys bright and early next Saturday morning. Bye.